if you go on bike with some friend of yours at night, because see, imagine a situation where to avoid these blames, if I allow that lady to go home alone and God forbid something wrong happens with her, whether I'll be able to face myself in the mirror? The answer is no. And people used to talk behind my back. किसी की हिम्मत नहीं थी सामने बात करने की, कोई सामने आके बात करता था मैं गाली देता था उसको. And the girl used to do the same thing. And we used to laugh at it. चलना छोड़ना है, बदनाम हुए तो क्या हुआ, नाम तो हुआ. But let me tell you, in last 7-8 years, I have known her. I've never, I mean, other than shake hand, we never ever had any kind of physical touch, except for shake hands on increments and birthdays or Happy Diwali and stuff like that. And people used to make stories. I was fine. See, as far as I am concerned, my conscience is clear. I care a damn for anybody. And once I've been if my conscience is clear. And the same was the case with other person. So you have to be very careful, because see, in college, if these things happen, people will start commenting on it and you're fine with it. But industry mein kya ho jata hai, the circle becomes smaller. College mein you are one out of 650 students or 1000 students, but there you are part of 20 team members or 10 team members. So tabhi wo aise ho jata hai. So your performance should speak for yourself. So 2 years I favored Aditi just because she belonged to my community, and Darlene and Jayashree suffered. I cannot do it forever. Third year, somebody is going to ask me that question. So for Jayashree and Darlene, they should not get demoralized saying that, yes, sir, Aditi koi favor kar rahe hain. Improve your performance, take your performance to such an extent high, wherein you're not required to explain your caste, community, religion, and even your gender to anyone. अगर आप दोनों का परफॉर्मेंस सुपर हाई है और अदिति का परफॉर्मेंस, अदिति पर्सनली घेऊ नको, इफ इवन अदिति's performance is moderate one, someday Darlene and Jayashree will get their dues, because I cannot do wrong things all the time. Maybe once or twice I will do it and I will favor somebody who belongs to my community, but not always. Not always. You know, some people used to tell me that don't take people from particular community. I used to say, why? अरे नहीं यार, वो लोग बहुत प्रॉब्लम करते हैं. मतलब कौन वो लोग? Are they not Indians? Yes, they are. Are they not human beings? They are. Are they not qualified to join our company? Kick them out. But are they qualified? Yes, they are. Then why not? If somebody is good on performance, what way I'm concerned whether he's Hindu or Muslim or Christian or Isai or Brahmin or non-Brahmin or whoever that person is, yeah, the person is a good professional or a bad professional. I look at that person as person, not he or she or whatnot. So remember, your performance should speak for yourself. Your performance should speak for yourself. Whether you're a male or a female, you belong to X community, Y community, X religion, Y religion, no one cares. In one of my audit assignment, I have interacted with a lady who was, by birth, she was Pakistani. By birth, she was actual Pakistani. She had Pakistani passport, but our company was, that company was MNC, so I got opportunity to interact with her. And she was a thorough professional, perfect in her work. And during that 8-10 days ka interaction, we never ever discussed any issue with respect to India, Pakistan, anything on cricket match, anything on Kashmir, anything on Hindu, Muslim, nothing except work. Nothing except work. Then why should I bother whether she's Pakistani or she's a girl or what? And what age? She was 2 or 3 years elder to me. I was 30, 31. She was 35 maybe. Absolutely no problems. We shared lunch also together, in fact. And she used to love Indian food. क्या फर्क पड़ता है बोलो मुझे? What matters is your performance. So Darlene and Jayashree, if you feel you're getting suppressed because of these kind of factors, raise your performance to such an extent wherein people will take note of you. Someday my boss will call and ask me, ना यार ये दोनों इतना जबरदस्त काम कर रही है, ये लो परफॉर्मर को तू क्यों फेवर कर रहा है? Someday my boss will ask, no, someday somewhere justice will prevail. So wait for that day. So see, like person can take away some increments from you. Your boss can give you less increment 1 year or 2 years, or maybe he may fire you for no mistake of yours. But अगर आपका performance है, so nothing can stop you from reaching to the top. So always focus on enhancing your performance. So yeah, Jayashri, which query? You,
Sir,
uh,
just wanted to say something.
yeah.
It's not always related to monetary returns. Most of
Mm,
the time, if the person joins late, most of
mm,
the time when the person joins late,
mm,
then too if he or she belongs to a particular religion, suppose
mm,
like Kachi, and if
mm.
the owner is also Kachi, so they are being trusted more for handling cash and everything, and then depositing cash. And our ultimate question is a person who is working for more than 20 years, you're not trusting that person, but the person who has just joined, like during the lockdown, but you are, willing or believing him that just because he's a kachi, he'll safely handle your cash and deposit into the bank.
Okay, I'll tell you what. What choice you have in such case? Matter ends. Matter ends. Say, like I belong to particular community. Aditi belongs to my community. I trust her for depositing cash in the bank. Depositing cash in the bank is the only performance related parameter in that company. No, there are other. ओके आदित्य मेरे कम्युनिटी के मैं उसको कैश डिपॉजिट करने के लिए दे रहा हूँ बिकॉज आई डोंट ट्रस्ट नॉन कच्चीज एंड जयश्री योर नॉन कच्चीज सपोज कच्चीज प्लीज डोंट फील बैड नथिंग अगेंस्ट एनी कम्युनिटी ये जस्ट एग्जांपल है सो इन दैट केस can you not finalize the balance sheet in 1 month and the earlier accountant used to finalize it in 6 months and show your performance हो सकता है ना कैश अदिति को डिपॉजिट करने दो वो मेरी फैमिली मेंबर है चलो See, most of the times, the community that you mentioned, therein people are from the same family. मेरे भाई की लड़की है अदिति तो मैं उसको ही ट्रस्ट करूंगा ना आपसे ज्यादा but that doesn't mean that you are bad. You have to keep on performing so that someday I will say, yeah, Jayashri is not belonging to my family, not belonging to my community. Still, she is doing fantastic job. Let me give her increment. मुर्गा रहता है ना मुर्गा वो कुकड़ू को करता है तो सनराइज होता है ऐसे गांव में बोलते हैं है ना मराठी में बोला भी जाता है कि कोंबड़ा आ रहा होता तेव्हा सूर्य उगवतो तो वो मुर्गे को आप छुपा के रख दोगे कहीं तो भी सनराइज तो होने वाला ही है वो मुर्गे को काट के चिकन बना के खा जाओगे तो भी सनराइज तो होने वाला ही है सो हाउ मच एवर फेवरेटिज्म आई डू people are going to perform and get recognition if they are performing मैं क्लासरूम में भी बोलता हूँ आई मीन आपको भी बोला था रादर आपके या किसी दूसरे डिवीजन में बोला था मुझे बोलना नहीं है पब्लिकली यहाँ पे so I told them that I had disbelief in you that you will perform I as a teacher I don't trust you all तुम लोग you guys are good for nothing and all that बहुत फायरिंग भी दी थी उस क्लास को मैंने okay I told you all that I told that particular class that yes, I did not believe in you. I always felt that your class will not do. You guys are good for nothing. What you must be feeling like slapping me. They never said yes. We feel like slapping you, but I heart of the heart I know that you felt like slapping me. ये क्या सर है ये इतना हमको बोल रहे इतना हमको डिग्रेड कर रहे but you physically cannot slap me because of the positions that we are holding okay what way you can slap me with your performance जब मैंने बोला यू गाइज आर गुड फॉर नथिंग आप लोग ऐसे हो वैसे हो बहुत फायरिंग दी एंड इफ यू कम आउट विथ मार्कशीट वेर इन you will show that all of you got 90% plus marks ऑटोमेटिकली वो मार्कशीट से एक हाथ आएगा और मुझे फट करके झापड़ मार के जाएगा वर्चुअल हैंड and you will see the effect of that performance related slap on my face I will start on the face. You will see that sir is repenting. क्या उन्होंने हमको इतनी गालियां दी, but देखो हमने अपने performance से sir को wrong prove किया. There is nothing, no greater satisfaction than proving your superiors wrong with your performance. मैंने आप लोगों को इतना फायर किया, बट एंड ऑफ द डे अगर मालूम पड़ा 60 में से 50 लोगों को 90 प्लस मार्क्स आ गए मेरे सब्जेक्ट में, दैट इज द रियल स्लैप ऑन माय फेस, एंड आई एम हैप्पी टू रिसीव सच स्लैप्स फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट्स. So same way in corporates also, you know, मुर्गा काट के खा भी जाओ, सनराइज तो होने वाला है. तो मुझे कितना भी फेवरेटिज्म करने दो, you will come out as a winner someday. Maybe it is delayed, but it's not denied. It's delayed but not denied, honestly. So always focus on your performance. ये होता है, अरे यार देखना ऐसा होने के बाद ना बॉस ने मेरी बैंड बजा दिया है, वो लड़की है ना उसको फेवरेट उसको दे दिया. This is the usual complaint people used to come and tell me. But you have to take it in your stride. अगर centuries are not winning you a place in the cricket team, hit double centuries. Double centuries से भी टीम में चांस नहीं मिल रहा है, hit triple centuries. The same thing Sachin Tendulkar had told चेतेश्वर पुजारा. When he asked Sachin that I'm hitting centuries every match, but मैं इंडियन टीम में नहीं आ रहा हूँ, वो बोला ट्रिपल सेंचुरी मार दे. बैक टू बैक पुजारा ने 2 ट्रिपल सेंचुरीज लगा दी, and next time he was picked up for Australia too. This is old story. But that's the way you should increase your performance level. So 100% से नहीं मिल रहा है, 200%. 200 से नहीं मिल रहा है, 300%. If not me, somebody else will notice your talent. So this one lesson I learned in Zydus. Enhance your performance to such a level wherein you're not required to explain whether you're Maharashtrian or you're Kutchi or you're Hindu or you're Muslim or you're a boy or a girl. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आज ऐसा कोई काम नहीं है जो लड़की कर सकती है, लड़की नहीं कर सकती है, लड़का कर सकता है. And I'm not saying this to please the girls in this particular forum, or no, I genuinely mean it. I can give you many examples wherein the girls have outperformed or the girls have done much better than the boys. I mean, there is no question of differentiation per se between the two. Performance, हाँ, किसी का performance अच्छा है, बुरा है, फिर वो लड़का है, लड़की है, मुझे नहीं फर्क पड़ता. But same principle you should follow when you will reach a stage wherein people are working under you. इंक्रीमेंट्स आने के बाद लोग रोते हुए आते हैं कि सर हमको इंक्रीमेंट कम मिला, ये मिला. So you have to explain it to them that your performance was not up to the mark. That's the reason this particular rating is given to you. And that's the reason you will not continue to work with us anymore. ये किसी और सेशन की बात है, मैं थोड़ा सा आपको ट्रेलर दे रहा हूँ उसका. How to tell your subordinates that you are not required over here. लोग रोते हैं, पैर पड़ते हैं, you know, they tell their family stories. प्लीज हमें मत निकालो, घर पे बूढ़ी माँ है, EMI है, बच्चा छोटा है, I lost my husband, ये बहुत सारी बातें होती. But you have to take it in your stride and do whatever best can be done. From there, I moved to, now people will laugh. From there, I moved to Parle Agro, and then the new chapter in my life began. You know, वो जो चैप्टर तभी चालू हुआ, आज तक चालू है. जो क्लास में मैं पढ़ा था, they would know Parle Agro and Fruity का क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है मेरे लाइफ में. Without Parle Agro and without Fruity, I'm no one. Yes. अच्छे दिन, हाँ अच्छे दिन आ गए. Yes, मोदी जी के अच्छे दिन आ गए मेरे लिए. So after these 2 tough situations, 2 tough matches, I went to Parle Agro, and life was so fantastic. I mean, बहुत जल्दी मैंने उनका कॉन्फिडेंस भी जीत लिया. ओनर्स का, ओनर्स फैमिली was Chauhans. Prakash Chauhan was the chairman, and his daughter Shauna Chauhan and Nadia Chauhan were the CEO and CMO respectively. And बहुत जल्दी, मतलब I was head of costing and budgeting, and बहुत जल्दी a situation came in wherein before signing any paper, these 2 sisters used to say, go and take Rege's signature first. If he's approving, then only we will do. I reached to that stage very quickly. Though I had my other reporting boss, but virtually I was reporting to the board of directors directly. We worked on a lot of assignments, and my advantage was those two sisters, they knew nothing about accounts. They knew nothing about anything. उनको कुछ भी मालूम नहीं था. They were holding that position just because they were Prakash Chauhan's daughters. Mr. Prakash Chauhan was intelligent, brilliant guy. He's called as Beverage Man of India. And I've told in a BAF lecture that he would throw a product at me and he'll tell me इसका costing बना अभी के अभी 1 घंटा दिया चल costing बना के दे and all that. So वो सब चीजें वहां पे सीखी. Instant costing कैसे बनाते हैं product का. He'll go to Switzerland or Amsterdam and he'll get a drink, some international drink from there. He'll throw at me, चल इसका costing बना अभी के बोलेगा. So with that kind of environment, I worked a lot over there for almost for 5 years. I worked with them. Worked on various projects, new products, new product costing, merging, starting new factories, acquiring new companies. बांग्लादेश की एक कंपनी भी आई थी, तो उनके साथ भी इंटरेक्शन हुआ था. एक बार बांग्लादेश जाने का भी मौका मिला था, बट जा नहीं पाया था मैं for some reasons. And when those Bangladeshis were in India for some discussion, and suddenly a police came to our company and they said some Bangladeshis have entered your factory and all that. We said no, they have come here on invitation. They are our official guests. They are not Bangladeshi terrorists or something. So they were frisked and their entire saman was checked कि कुछ नहीं है ना objectionable and all. So ये सब situation से भी जाना पड़ा था. I learned a lot over there. But the problem over there was I was taking too much of a risk. You know, वो बॉस जो था ना प्रकाश चौहान, उनको ना सुनने की आदत नहीं. You can't tell him no. If he tells you something, you have to say yes. And because of that, more often than not, I used to fall in trouble. Because अगर कुछ गलत है तो गलत है बोलने की गंदी आदत मुझे by that time लग चुकी थी. But then over the period of time, I learned how to tackle him. So एक बार उन्होंने मुझे बोला था कि रेगे we should start a lychee based drink in अंधेरी, Mumbai. Lychee now. Lychee is a fruit which is cultivated in hilly region, जहाँ पे snow वगैरह हिमाचल में ज्यादा बनता है. Okay. The best answer is पागल ये हो नहीं सकता इधर. Don't ever think about it. We cannot get lychees in Mumbai. ये आंसर होना चाहिए था. But then you ख्यालात गंदे हैं तो जबान बंद रखनी पड़ती है. You cannot say this openly to the chairman. So I told him, yes sir, we will do it in Mumbai. See, listen to me. How to tackle such boss? उनको ना नहीं सुनना था. If I would have said no sir, we cannot do it, I would have lost my job probably. But I told him, yes sir, we can do lychee drink in Mumbai. तो थोड़ा खुश हो गया. हाँ, कर सकते. Then asked me how. I said, we can do it, sir, but there are some challenges. Listen to choice of words. I never said there are some problems. Problem है तो तुझे रखा क्यों है? Problem solve करने को रखा है. Problem है मत बोल मुझे. That he would say. So I said, sir, there are some challenges. So he said, yeah, what challenges? So this lychee is mainly cultivated in hilly region like Himachal Pradesh, Shimla, Manali and places like that. So we'll have to get those lychees to Mumbai. So transportation cost will be very high. And plus we require refrigeration for that lychee pulp. Otherwise वो खराब हो जाएगा and our rejection percentage, which is normally at 5%, which will go up to 8 or 9%. So we can get those lychees, we will get that pulp, we will refrigerate it, but then because of that excess transportation and storage cost, we won't be able to sell it at 10 rupees. All our drinks are at 10 rupees. So if we start selling this, we'll have to sell it at 20 rupees. But boss, 20 rupees में ये कोई खरीदेगा? What do you think? See, you understand business much better than me, sir. उसे चढ़ाया थोड़ा. So ये 20 रुपए में बेचेंगे तो कोई लेगा क्या? कहते नहीं 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 20 रुपए में कोई नहीं लेगा. Let's drop the idea. We will do it at our Baddi factory. Baddi is in Solan area, Himachal. So we will do it over there, and we'll do it for that north area region, north and northeast region only. So we never went ahead with that manufacturing. It was impossible to do it in Mumbai. इधर का climate इतना गर्म है ना, वो लीची इधर आते आते सड़ जाएगा. But if I tell him that, वो मुझे पीटता था. So indirect ulta way of telling him was, yes, we will do it. It will increase the cost. And there are problems, there are challenges. So that is how you have to tackle these people. Because these promoter-driven companies, they feel that they are the bosses. Yes, they are, because it's their money. Because it's their money. I agree. बट देन हम लोग भी कोई पागल नहीं है ना, हम लोग भी कुछ दो चार किताबें पढ़ के आए हुए हैं. सो इफ यू स्टार्ट टेलिंग देम, वो मुझे बोला तेरी डिग्री विग्री ना गेट के बाहर रख के आने का इधर. आई सेड ओके, ठीक है भाई, तू यू आर डबल ऑफ माय एज, आई रिस्पेक्ट यू फॉर दैट. His daughters were completely gone mad. You know that the elder one would call and ask me that your costing is wrong. How can you consider overheads in the costing? It is only material cost. No, you know, ऐसा सब foolish question पूछते थे. But one positive point she had was she will ask questions or she will start challenging everything. If I tell her that okay, this 2 plus 2 is 4, she'll ask me why. Ma'am, I think we need to do it like this. Why? But why? Ma'am, we need to sell this product to the company at cost plus 10% profit. Why? तो ये why के पीछे ना we used to get irritated. मतलब क्या पागल है यार, घड़ी घड़ी why और how और when और where पूछ रही है. But then that used to keep me on my toes कि ये पागल औरत कभी भी कुछ भी पूछ सकती है. So let me be more than 100% prepared. So इसके why के हर why का जवाब मैं लेके जाता था. So that's what I keep on telling you all. Always ask questions to your teachers. Even if it is silly question, please ask. जितने questions आप पूछोगे उतना ज्यादा आप learn करोगे. Okay. And the elder one was let me not use words over here. I mean, totally gone case. And somehow I got into some clashes with her. And I commented that a sale for that Hippo product is not happening. Hippo was the baked snack product that they had introduced. And then she said, what do you understand about business? Step into the shoes of salesmen and see how it happens. And then 1 week, I was selling Hippo and Fruity in the market. I was part of sales team for 1 week. And with God's grace, I was in a position to sell more products than her regular salesman. And she took it as an insult. उनका नॉर्मल सेल्समैन 8,000 का धंधा करता था, मैंने 10-12 हजार का माल बेच के दिखाया उसको. The positive point for me was she gave me area where I'm staying, so most of the shopkeepers would know me. तो मेरे नाम पे उन्होंने ले लिया माल. So I managed to sell more than what her regular salesmen were selling, and effectively she took it as an insult and she started troubling me. But that was after 4.5 years. And when she said, called me to her place for discussing something, and I said, I will not come because we can something which we can discuss in the office. Why should I come to your house? And I sensed something fishy over there, and I said, no, I don't want to come over there. And then that is how they started troubling me. फिर बाप भी पीछे पड़ गया, बाप ने गालियां देना शुरू किया. One day he said that क्या तेरे बाप का कंपनी है क्या? And I lost it. I did not react to that. But then I came back and started searching for a job. And then I got a new job. And then I moved to a company called Classic Stripes. Okay. Wherein I worked. And from there, I came over here. In Classic Stripes, I met quite a few good bosses. The MD was fantastic. My immediate boss was fantastic. There were some challenges, some issues, some corporate mishaps that happened over there, wherein I was threatened for my life. I had to go to the police station and take care of certain legal issues or labor-related issues. There were certain fraudulent activities happening in the company, which I was required to handle and set it right. And I was threatened for my life. People came for beating me, and I had to run away. And all those things happened. But that we will discuss it when we will discuss about fraud detection wala session. फ्रॉड्स के ऊपर बात करेंगे तो भी. So in very all in all, the bosses in Classic Stripes were very good. There were some unpleasant moments, but those were professional in nature, so nothing of that sort personal happened over there. So that was my story about handling bosses. I'm sure you must have learned quite a few things related to handling the boss. So if you have any questions, so we can discuss it. Remember, performance is the key for success. And performance के लिए knowledge. Yeah, Neeraj, I was waiting for you. Chalo.
Yes, sir. Only one question, sir.
No, ask
Sir,
me नहीं.
हाँ सर, but अभी फिलहाल के लिए एक ही है. तो सर, when you were talking about your confidence got low in the company and all that, so in such situation आपने resign कर दिया, but let's consider another situation wherein you are actually not leaving, but you are making mistakes and you could have got fired. मतलब निकाल दिए जाते थे आप. काम से,
Hmm.
तो वैसे सिचुएशन में बाहर फिर क्या स्कोप बनता है कि मतलब जॉब मिलती है नहीं मिलती है, जॉब मार्केट में अगर निकाले जाते हो तो, ड्यू
See,
टू
yeah,
सर्कमस्टेंसेस?
yeah, I'll answer this. See, with God's grace, I was never removed from any of the companies. All my 11, 12 companies I left on my own accord. So luckily, I have never faced that situation. But I've seen people going through that phase. In fact, one of my very good friend is currently jobless and he's looking out for a job. He was removed from his company, not for performance, because of the cost cutting and cost reduction. So as a situation, man, I'm sure if I would have stayed back in Mahindra in another 3, 4 months time, they would have removed me. So to avoid that, I took that step. So once you are removed now, you tend to go into shell and you feel that you're good for nothing, which I was already feeling over there. Ki I am good for nothing. I cannot do anything. I was totally low on confidence, completely shattered. ऐसे मुझे बहुत हुआ था. And from there, I decided, and I went into Glenmark where the situation was equally bad, if not more. But this 10 months of Mahindra and Mahindra experience taught me how to fight my battle in Glenmark. Glenmark I left in 8 months. And after Glenmark, I never looked back. Or I never went through that particular situation, what I was going through when I was in Mahindra and Mahindra. So if you are removed from a company like Mahindra, people will doubt your credibility. That is for sure. तो लगा यार महिंद्रा ने निकाला है, इसने ऐसे क्या झोल किया. And this question was asked to me when I joined Zydus, and even in Parle Agro when I joined, they asked me this question as to company like Mahindra and Glenmark, where people would love to work forever. You left those companies in less than a year's time. What was the reason? So there, I explained them my reasons for leaving that particular company. So if imagine if I would have been removed from Mahindra and Mahindra, and if I would have explained my reasons why I've been removed, then I'm sure the next employer would have understood and acknowledged why I left that company or why I was removed from that company. See, I was a job misfit over there. The word that industry uses is job misfit. Okay. Now, say for example, I'm a finance guy, so I'm teaching finance, accounts, costing, and equity research, and financial markets and financial management related subjects. But tomorrow, if someone tells me to teach, sorry, maths or stats, as I told you earlier, I will falter. I will make a mistake. But with whatever little bit knowledge I have, or say someone tells me to teach economics, so finance and economics are closely related. तो मैं कुछ तो कर लूंगा यार. But I will be called as job misfit if the college tells me tomorrow that you go to Sathe College and start teaching chemistry to BSc students. What will happen? Next day, I will lose my job. They will kick me out. Okay, he's good for nothing. So is it my fault? No, I was a job misfit. अभी मोहम्मद शामी को तुम ओपन भेजोगे बैटिंग करने के लिए और विराट कोहली और रोहित शर्मा ओपनिंग बॉलिंग करेंगे तो मैच तो जानी ही है. वैसे भी जा रही है, बट तब तो पक्का जाएगी. So there is something called as horses for courses. There's something called as horses for courses. Now, Neeraj, you, Aditi, you are from financial markets. कल से मैं आपको बोलूंगा, now you have been shifted to BSc IT. क्या हो जाएगा? Will Aditi be able to maintain her top rank over here in BSc IT? No, she'll fail. She'll fail. And you will fail, Neeraj. Are you getting it? If I ask a BMM guy to be part of Rugvetsa's lecture, will he perform? Imagine what would happen. So there's something called as job misfit and horses for courses. Horses for courses means what? जो जिसकी स्पेशलिटी है, स्पेशलाइजेशन है, वो वही काम करेगा. If I'm a cost accountant, I should be teaching cost accounting. If I'm a CFA, I should be teaching financial markets. If I'm a chartered accountant, I should be teaching taxation and accountancy. If I have an MBA in management with management or something, then I'll be teaching some management related subjects like organizational behavior. Now, organizational behavior and principles of management, even I have learned it in my MCOM and in my CMA level. But if tomorrow if you tell me that you teach organizational behavior, I won't be able to teach it. I can read through books and all. I can talk about certain examples, but मैं वो interest पैदा नहीं कर पाऊंगा classroom में जो मैं मेरे subjects के lecture में कर पा रहा हूँ. So, for answering your question, Neeraj, to be more specific, if you lose a job like this, and if you have a genuine reason for losing that job, the next company will understand it. But suppose, not you, but suppose if somebody is removed from the job for misappropriation of funds. Reason number one, misappropriation of funds. And reason number two, any crime against female. इस पे भी हम लोग एक डिस्कशन करेंगे कभी, थोड़ा सा छोटा सा हाफ सेशन. क्राइम अगेंस्ट फीमेल. If you are removed for these two reasons, your next company will never tolerate. No company will tolerate it. अगर आपको लेटर पे लिख के दिया that you have been terminated from services for misappropriation of funds or misbehaving with female staff in the company, nobody will give that person a job. 100%. फिर वो गया, उसकी जिंदगी बर्बाद. He must change the city, go to some other remote place where the experience certificate is not asked for, because वो city में उसका life खराब है. So you must take care that you are never caught in these two situations: paisa khana and any crime against female. You have to be very careful when you deal with female